How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I just bought a Metaverse play very heavily. Now, I've bought a couple different Metaverse cryptos in the past, but I've never bought something this significant or this amount at one time. And it's something that I already owned, but it's not actually a crypto related to the Metaverse. It's something else. But you can see that if you go scroll past my old videos, you can see that I bought Decentraland under $1. I also bought Phantasma around $1.30, $1.35 to start, and it pumped all the way up to $4. Now it's at $2.70. But I am really excited about this, and I realize that this is not quite what I normally do, which is cryptos, but this is a stock, a really interesting stock that I've been actually owning for a while, but they just came out with some big news, and I think there's still a lot of money to be made in this stock. And if you're someone that likes these stock videos, let me know underneath the video. If you're only in for crypto, that's fine, but I suggest you still watch it because it's going to affect a lot of these Metaverse cryptos. Now, I will say too, if you guys don't mind hitting the like and subscribe, I really do appreciate that. Also, there is a link down there to Moomoo, which I'll talk about that a little bit more later towards the end of the video, but you can get some free stocks if you use that link underneath the video. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Now, I talk about the Metaverse cryptos a good amount on this channel. I think gaming is the way of the future. There are a lot of gamers out there, and I think people will get interested in Metaverse cryptos once they start playing the Metaverse games. But after getting this, I actually got an Oculus for Christmas. After getting this, I realized that a lot of the opportunity is in the stock too, right? In Facebook specifically, Meta, because they bought Oculus years ago. And if you actually go look, if you didn't know this, they've been around for a long time. Oculus has been making these headsets for years and years and years. This is 2015. So they've been doing this for a long time, and this is going to be huge for them, in my opinion. Their revenue has been increasing. If you look over the last couple quarters, it's pretty much sideways, but this is what happened back in 2019. We have a good quarter around December because people are making a lot of sales, and then it fell down for a little bit, and then it increased a lot. And right now, it is by far the cheapest FANG stock if you look at a price to earnings ratio. And they just came out and they shipped 10 million units according to their partner Qualcomm. So I think this was a little bit of a slip up that they said this, but the Oculus Quest 2, which is what I have, shipped 10 million units. And this is where they've said before that they think that there's going to be a huge inflection point and that the ecosystem will explode. So if you go and get an Oculus, you can get on, and there's a limited number of games. Like if you go on the App Store and you go to the free games, it's never ending. But there is a limit now. So this is where I think they will start to pick up a little bit, because there's still a lot to do, but a lot more developers will come in once there is more ability to make money. But this got me thinking, okay, if they've been growing this much and they haven't really quite hit that inflection point, what could they do in the future? Because yes, they make money from these headsets, but honestly, I don't know how much money they make on this, how much margin they make, because this is the expanded version and it was $400. The cheaper version is $300. And when you compare that to a phone, like an Apple phone, it's 1/4 the price or 1/3 the price. So I can't think that they're making a ton of money off these headsets, but what they do make money on, and again, they could make a decent amount. I don't know exactly the margin. They make money on the App Store. So you buy games, you can still experience things without buying. Like you can go browse the internet and you can find different websites that do a VR. You can go on YouTube and have VR YouTube. You can do a bunch of different stuff. You can watch Netflix. But a lot of the games are paid. And that got me thinking, where is Apple at? Because they actually have a huge App Store, obviously, and they did $64 billion in sales in 2020. That is a significant part of their revenue. I mean, if you look back from last year, they had about $275 billion worth of revenue. So maybe a fourth of the revenue, a fourth to a fifth of the revenue, 20 to 25%, was from their App Store. So if Facebook eventually down the road could get up to that point, that would be huge for their bottom line. I mean, that is if they got up to 60 billion or so, that would basically be 30 to 35% of their new revenue. It would increase their revenue over 50%. Now, I think that a lot of people will start using this because it is awesome. Like it made me a little bit sick at first getting used to it, but it is so much fun to use these, and it's so immersive, and there are no cords or anything like that. You can play wherever you're at. You set the boundaries. It's really, really fun. So there are 3.24 billion gamers across the globe. This is by far, I think, the best bang for the buck VR headset, and it's definitely the most well known. So at this point, if they've only sold 10 million of them, that means 1 out of every 300 gamers are using these Oculus headsets. And what are they using? Well, they're using PS5s, Xboxes, cell phones, stuff that costs just as much as an Oculus, if not more. Now, I realize some people use cell phones for multiple things, so it's really easy to get into games, but I think that this is a very good value. Now, there are even more cell phone users, 15 billion, so if we start to think about this as not just a fun gaming thing, but it's somewhere where you can go meet with people and have experiences, I could see this years down the line selling a billion of these out to the public, or 2 billion, 3 billion, and that's where you get a ton of revenue from the games and the in-app purchases and that kind of thing. So I think that these can also obviously be used for this. So if you're into crypto, right, if you're super interested in Decentraland or these other play to earn games, right, if you want to make it fun, it's probably a lot more fun in an Oculus than it is just on your computer. Like, you can go visit Decentraland really easily just using your computer or even probably your cell phone. But if you want to have real fun, you're still going to go buy some kind of VR headset. Unless you really don't want to buy something that's made by Facebook, this would be the way to experience it. So even if you're interested in crypto gaming, this is still something that you might want if you want to play them and actually play the games. But let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know underneath. Again, I do want to talk about Moomoo. Now, I know I talk about crypto a lot on this channel, but I still get people that ask me where I'm investing in stocks, which is why I want to talk to you today about Moomoo. So I started using Moomoo recently, and I really like it. So I know that we're kind of going through a little bit of a bear market at the time of this recording, at least, with some of the growth stocks, but you can use some of their technical indicators to determine when a position is oversold or stock is oversold. They have extended hours trading, which is really important to sell before or after the market closes, because a lot of people still don't have access to this kind of thing. I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people can't sell before the market opens or after it closes. Also, they do allow you to invest in stocks outside the US, such as Hong Kong stocks, and they give free level 2 market data. That being said, there are some welcome gifts, so when you sign up using the link down below, you do have a couple chances to win some cool prizes, but you get some free stocks too. So when you deposit any amount on their platform, you get 2 stocks worth up to $3,500 each, and if you deposit $2,000, you get 5 free stocks. So you can definitely check out the link down below to try out Moomoo. I think it's definitely one that you should try out to see if you like it, because they have a lot of information in one spot, and they give short selling data, level 2 data. So definitely check out the link underneath the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I do really appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a happy New Year's, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.